will start the Q&A with a question from Jonathan Bernier and Andréane Barbeau.
Hello, Lane. How are you this morning?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you very much. Congrats on that nomination and that trophy. I just want to know, every time we talk to you this season about, we put your name with Chris Chelios, Larry Murphy, Brian Leach. You didn't want to talk about it too much, but now that you have the time to reflect on that and that you win this trophy, how do you feel, and do you realize how huge your season was?
Yeah, I think it's never really been on my mind, and still even now I don't think it'll sink in, but I think I'm just fortunate that I get to play for the Montreal Canadiens and just do what I do what I love every day, and just kind of taking it day by day. So, I try not to look too much into it.
But do you have any feelings about that trophy? How do you feel inside? I guess you're probably really happy about that.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a huge honor, and it's just yeah, I'm just like happy about it, but I just enjoy playing hockey and playing for the Montreal Canadiens, so I guess it's just a plus.
All right, thank you.
Merci, Joe. Prochaine question. Next question. Andréane Barbeau, RDS. Andréane, you're up.
Hey, Lane, congrats for this reward. I saw the video when you received the trophy with all your family. Just want to know, when was it? Was it yesterday?
It was like a week and a half ago, so
Okay.
I've known for a bit, but had to keep it pretty quiet. So, but I thought I was going to a fundraiser. My dad told me I was coming to a fundraiser, and I just didn't know what was going on. So it was pretty cool.
What was your first thought when you saw the trophy?
Yeah, I thought it was just a finalist party, so I didn't expect the trophy to be there. And then when it came out, it was pretty funny, and I just something I'll never forget for sure.
And last one for me, how was it to go through this with all your family and friends around you?
Yeah, they've been my support system, since I started playing and since I was really young. So having them there and having, tons of family, friends, coaches, people have impacted me throughout my career. It was pretty special.
Thanks, Lane.
Yeah, thank you.
Merci, Andréane. La prochaine question, Martin McGuire, Cogeco. Martin.
I'm just curious. The year of your draft, there's a lot of people, hockey people, who said that he's not a big man. It will be tough for him to have the success that he had before in the National Hockey League. Fact that you won the Calder, what does it mean regarding the people who doubt about you?
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't care. People are going to have their opinions about me as a player, or whatever it may be. So for me, I just try to do my own thing and help the team any way I can. I try not to look into what other people say.
What made the difference at your point of view?
Sorry, what was that?
When you look back, the year that you had, what made the difference? Is there your willness? What was the main thing that gave you the opportunity to be the rookie of the year and the best hockey league in the world?
Yeah, I think it starts, from the top of Kent, Gortz, Marty, to all my teammates. They the greatest support staff I had, and just letting me be comfortable and letting me learn on my own and helping me when they needed to. So just what they did for me, it's pretty awesome, and that's how it was all year.
Thank you very much. Have a good summer, Ling.
Yeah, thank you.
Merci, Martin. Next question, Eric Engels and Arpin Basu. Rick, you're up.
Hi, Lane. Congratulations.
Thank you.
A lot was made about you skating on days where the Canadiens were off, stuff like that. This work ethic, where does it come from?
I mean, when you do something you love and you get to do it, it's not really work. So I think it's just, me enjoying what I do and wanting to, try to help the team any way I can. And, it's just, I just really enjoy it and really have fun doing it.
Lane, what drives you? What drives you to work as hard as you do, aside from the love from the game? What's your ultimate goal? What do you want to prove to yourself about what you can do?
I mean, I think just, the feeling of winning hockey games and playing at the highest level and, doing it on a repeatable ways and doing it the right way. It's, it kind of just drives me to want to help win and want to be a part of a winning culture. So that in itself is enough to just kind of feel what I need to do. And what, I feel like all our guys try to do.
Just lastly, can you just detail what your work schedule has been since the season ended?
Yeah, I took a little bit of time off and, gradually get back on the ice and, make sure I still got it, still got the skating, stick handling, and then go from there. And then I'll always try to stay in the weight room and, put on as much muscle and strength as I can.
Thanks, Lane. Congrats again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Eric. Arpin, you're next.
Hey, Lane, congratulations.
Thank you.
You appear to be at a rink right now. Where are you exactly?
I'm in Boston. I'm at the Bauer Combine, so just trying out some new sticks, skates, all that stuff.
Because the sun shines outside, like that doesn't get into rinks usually. So maybe you could try and take some of that in too. But I don't know if you've taken time to reflect on the regular season, but particularly the playoffs, how they went, and what your takeaways are in terms of what you want to try to improve heading into next season that would allow you to, not that you perform poorly, but that would allow you to be more effective in the playoffs and maybe not feel so overwhelmed, I guess, at the start.
Yeah, I mean, I think the experience in itself, knowing what to expect, how hard the first round really is. I mean, everyone is gunning pretty hard and knowing that it's coming. And then I think for me over the summer, I just kind of want to get faster, get stronger, and really mentally get ready and get focused and, just find a way to bring my best every day.
Last one for me, but if you so much we kept asking you like around January or so that this is the most games you've played in a long time. You got kind of tired of the question, but what were some of the mental things that you might have taken away from the length and the grind of the season that'll help you better prepare for your second NHL season?
Yeah, I mean, I think just kind of having a feel what the schedule's like with the travel and all that stuff, and what worked for back-to-backs and what didn't work and stuff like that is gonna only help me, and I'm sure it's helped lots of guys who have gone on to have great careers. So I think for me, I just kind of want to keep learning and absorbing as much as I can and take what I learned from my first year and bring it into next year.
All right. Thanks, Lane. Have a nice summer.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Thanks, Arpin. We'll go with Simon Olivier Lorange and Stu Cowan for the next questions. Simon Olivier.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Good morning, Lane. Congrats on the trophy.
Thank
Same
you.
kind of question as Arpin asked, but I know it's a lot. It's a question you had a lot this season, like the way you adapted to the NHL. But when you look at the season as a whole, what areas do you feel you improved the most in your game on the ice?
Yeah, I mean, I think I started to understand kind of the timing of things, how quickly things can happen, and how each game will never be the same, and what to prepare for and all that stuff. So kind of just once you do it enough, you kind of get a feel of what's coming, but you also got to be prepared for anything that could happen in a game.
Next training camp, you're not going to be a rookie anymore. There's going to be some rookies at the camp, obviously. What would be your biggest advice to a guy entering the NHL right now?
Just enjoy it. You you're at a training camp for a reason, and you just got to enjoy it and try to learn as much as you can.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Stu Cowan.
Hey, Lane, congratulations. So well deserved. It's kind of
you.
crazy. You're the first with this Canadiens franchise. You're the first guy to win this trophy since Ken Dryden in 1972. When you think about that, what does that mean to you, or what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty crazy, thing. You think of the history of the Canadiens, and it's pretty special for sure. But I've been fortunate to have opportunities with this team, and the support I've had, it was amazing. So it is pretty cool though, for sure.
You went through so much this season adjusting to the NHL, and it ends with this award for you. What are you most proud about yourself, about what you were able to do this season overall?
I think as a group, when we fought till the end, we fought game 82 and got into a playoff spot. So you don't know what could happen throughout a full season, and to be fighting till the end, it was pretty awesome. And then would have loved to still be playing now, of course, but to play in playoffs and get that experience, definitely happy we got there, but not satisfied with that for sure.
We're gonna squeeze in one last quick one. I know your mom lived with you this year. I'm just like, can you just speak a bit about the role she played, and just how excited must she be today when you let her know you'd won this award?
Yeah, she was honestly the most happy, and I told her she can come back next year too, because she helps me so much. There's tough struggles and throughout a season, everyone goes through it, and to have someone to talk to and lean on, it was really important for me, and she's the best. So
Great, Len. Enjoy your summer.
thank you, you too.
Thanks, Stu. We'll take a few more. We'll go with Meeker Guerrier and Marco D'Amico. Meeker.
Hi, Lane. Congrats for the trophy.
Thank you.
I was wondering, when I know it's a team sport and as athletes, you're always focused on team objectives and so on. But during this season, was there a moment when you started thinking that, hey, I might be able to win that individual trophy?
I mean, there's so many great rookies that were in this playing this year, and honestly, all of them were pretty deserving. So it never really crossed my mind, and I never really thought about it, and kind of was focused on what we were doing, and how tight it was till the end. So didn't really think about it too much, and just focused on what we were trying to do.
And another quick one, you kind of took the NHL by storm. You played 2 games the year prior, and then this year. But do you feel like that players adapted to your style of play? Because you seem to kind of surprise the opposition for a while during the season. Do you feel that through the year they started adapting to your style?
Yeah, and I think that's something that some of the best players in this league do, is they adapt, and they know how to problem solve different things. So that's something that I'm learning, and something that I want to add is just have different layers to my game, as well as I'm sure everyone thinks that way. So yeah.
Thanks, and congrats again.
Thank you.
You, Meeker. We'll go with Marco D'Amico. Marco, can you unmute, please?
Hi, Lane.
There you go.
Hi, Lane. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Congratulations again on the trophy. Fantastic season. It seems like from the moment you were drafted in Montreal, it's been a love affair between you, the city, and the organization. Now etching your name in the history books for this team. What could you say about the impact of the fans in terms of your play, the team's play, and how do you see yourself within this organization, moving forward, be it in the long term or short term?
Yeah, I mean, the fans have really been our lifeline, the entire season. When you go on the road for, however many games, you always look forward to the next one that's coming back home. So just they're the heartbeat of our team, and it's what makes playing in Montreal so special. So we have a pretty special thing going on in Montreal, and I'm just fortunate that I get to be a part of it.
And if I may squeeze one in just quick, is that something that you want to be a part of, for the long haul?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a pretty special place to play, and I really enjoy it.
Thank you so much for your time, Lane. Have a great summer.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Marco. And we will wrap up the Q&A with a question from Greg Langto from BPM Sports. Greg, you're up.
Hi, Lane. Congratulations on the trophy.
Thank you.
You won the trophy in a dominant fashion with most of the votes of first place. Did you have the opportunity, or did you get some text from the other guys? Did you chirp them a little bit? Did they congratulate you or something?
Definitely no chirping going on. I mean, those guys are two amazing players, and then even a couple other guys who weren't in the top three. So just such a great rookie class, and Macklin texted me, so it was good to hear from him. He's such a great player, and I was fortunate enough to play with him at PEO, but just an amazing player.
Excellent. Thank you, Lane. Congratulations again. Have a good summer.
Thank you.
And there is no further questions. Lane, again, thank you so much for taking the time this morning, and congrats on winning the Calder Trophy, man. We're all very happy for you.
Yeah, thank you.